Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is CyberPoint. In this video, we'll walk you through how you can implement application control in order to filter, monitor, or block applications on the network using the FortiGate subscription. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, do a thumbs up, like, share the video, comment, and let me know if this video would actually help you. So, um, one of the main reasons you want to configure application control is control the user's traffic in terms of the applications you want users to use in your environment. For instance, if your users are consuming bandwidth on the network, on YouTube, TikTok, or risky applications during work hours, or even worse, the unknown applications in your environment, you want to be able to block them so that they can focus on work-related activities. So application of FortiGate allows, you to identify, to monitor, and also control applications regardless of the ports or protocols, unlike traditional firewalls that rely on IP addresses and ports. And application control also uses deep packet inspection to be able to detect applications like YouTube, Zoom, WhatsApp, BitTorrent, uh, remote access tools, and thousands of applications, much more. And one of the things that Fortinet has done is to be able to classify most of these applications in a category. So we have FortiGuard category session and some signatures that are also represented here. So walk through how you can implement application control. So let's start building a profile before we apply it to the policies. The first thing is to go to security profile. Go to add-ons to security profile and you see application control. Under application control, there are default, application profile that can be used, which are just used for monitoring most of these applications. So let's create new. In creating new, you'll see a lot of features. Let's name it for all staff, all staff, or all users. So all users. So we have categories of applications that has been categorized by FortiGuard Lab. And we have business applications, and under it, we can always over on it and see the signatures that associated with the business application. So under the business application, we have a lot of applications that has been associated and recognized as business applications. And we can clearly see that one of the applications I'm able to recognize here is Bamboo, with this Bamboo HR, Bamboo applications, Bitdefender service. So most of these applications are, classified as business. Grab. So these are majorly stock applications or something like that. But one of the ways to actually, be able to ensure that you have enough visibility before, is to ensure that most of these business applications or categorized applications, you can put them on monitor first. Or if you know the applications you want to block, you can block them. But for business applications, I think I want to leave it. I can leave it at allow collaboration tools, applications like Teams, Adobe Connect, you have Zoom and all that. So I will suggest that in configuring your profiles, majorly, most of these applications are allowed. We can allow them on others. You can allow them on group level in terms of categories and now block them, granularly, which I'm going to show you below. So let's allow collaboration tools. Let's games. I don't want my users to play games, so let me just play block games. General interest, you can also check applications under general interest by checking the signatures. So we have a lot of application under general interest. We can leave it because we don't know which one they might use. So majorly, just go through the signatures and see FortiGuard, has been able to classify those applications and group them. So this is where we are going to just identify based on group. Remote access. Would I like my users to use remote access applications? Let me see this. Citrus and all that. So let's still leave this because we don't know. So storage and backup, video, and cloud IT, Gen AI, proxy, definitely block proxy, update, unknown, and all. Social media, we can, just leave it as monitor. Or when you leave it as monitor, monitor allows monitor allows the application to be used, but you will get logs for them, in your forward logs and reports or on the log session. You get the logs for them for that. In the allow session means that FortiGate would definitely allow the applications to be used by all your users. The block session means is block. The block feature means FortiGate will block them, and quarantine means application will be quarantined based on instructions. We have cloud applications as signatures as well. So here's here where it's becomes very important and granular. Under application and filter override, we can definitely now block applications allow by just identifying them. So for instance, I want to block Facebook. Facebook is part of the social media group or classification, but if I block the whole of social media, so I'm trying to block the whole of Facebook, which is this signature. So every other thing can also be blocked, but Facebook has been blocked. If this is blocked, every other thing here would definitely be blocked under Facebook because users will not be able to have access to Facebook. You can do it in such a way that you want users to have access to Facebook, but you don't want them to have access to the like button or be able to upload file on Facebook or be able to log into Facebook or be able to, to use Facebook Messenger and all that. Those are little features that can be also, applied. But generally, I don't want users to have access to Facebook generally. So I'm going to block that and click OK. So looking at this classification level, category level, I have Facebook under this social media, which is being monitored, which means Facebook and every other social media applications here will be allowed. So once I identify and pick Facebook and block it here, Facebook will be blocked generally. This would override the social media category, which ensures that you can filter and unpick an application you want to block from being used regardless of the group or category that they belong to that you've allowed. So if you look at this here under social media, we have Facebook and we have other social media app. So with this category allows all social media applications, but I want to allow other social media applications and just block Facebook alone. So here I'll just block Facebook by using the application filter override and put this as block this and put this as allow. So also I can also take for instance going to video and audio. Let me see if YouTube is part of video and audio. YouTube. So YouTube is part of video and audio category. I don't want users to have access to YouTube, to YouTube service, most especially the application. Under this category, I will leave it as, allow. Then I want pick it here and block it granularly, so that other services will not be other video app will not be tampered with. So I've blocked it. If I don't want to block access to Facebook generally, I just want a situation where they won't be able to download YouTube videos, or they won't be able to have access to some channels, or they won't be able to stream in HD, or the users will not be able to watch YouTube shorts, or any other upload and all that, I can, do that granularly, but I don't want my users to have access to, YouTube generally. So you can filter based on this granularly and leave other applications untouched. So this aspect of all categories helps you classify where the applications are meant to belong to, and you can now filter here and pick them, so that if you want to allow all social media applications and only block Facebook, this is how you're going to do it. If you come to, let's say, cloud applications, let's see which one is here. We have AWS, Azure, and all that. If I don't want my users to have access to Azure and they can have access to other, cloud services or platforms, I can allow it here and now filter and block here as well. So, and after that is done, we name it all users and we click OK. So we've defined a profile for all of our users within the organizations that we want to apply to. The next thing we'll do is to go to security policy and objects, go to firewall policy. You have to create a firewall policy. The firewall policies, without creating a firewall policies that the security profiles for the application should belong to, it won't work. So we have to create a firewall policies to be able to apply this. And after that, we need to also also apply an SSL profile to it. So ID, let's name it as all users, Then incoming interface has to be from the LAN, but from the LAN, definitely where the users belong to, the interface that the users belongs to, which is, for my own case, is port 9. Then outgoing interface is the internet link. My own is 1.1, and source has to be all, or you can define based on the category of network or users or IP addresses. Destination has to be all as well. Click OK. Then schedule, as always, services on. Then action as accept, leave at not, preserve, and all that. So under security profiles here, we want to enable application control. And under application control, we have all users. So we can pick the profiles we've defined in the security profiles and just apply it here. You see, there is a caveat for this SSL inspection. We have to have an SSL inspection profiles to, that should be applied here. So I'll put it as certificate inspection, and also this is very important to be able to recognize all those applications. Then our sessions allow log allowed traffic ensures that you have logs for all the security events and also all the traffic passing through the FortiGate device. Then we'll click OK. So when you click OK, we have our profile as this. Then so we have all users definitely to the internet and all, and this is taking place. Because I have an existing firewall policies like that there, I'll move this to the top. I'll move this to the top so that it can take maximum effect. So I'll try and access Facebook, and so that I can check if I'm having Facebook, YouTube. Those are the application that we blocked. So here, trying to access Facebook, we can check the what's it called? We'll check the logs to see if this is working. So going to the security event, I'm trying to access Facebook, YouTube for my logs, and I'm seeing that it's being blocked. I don't really have access to play videos on YouTube. It's restricted. So I'm going to check the logs so we can see what is actually happening. So now I'll go to Facebook. Let me access Facebook as well. Let me see if I can, if I'm able to browse and access Facebook. Okay. So let's go application control. So we can see this is being blocked. This is being blocked. You can see Facebook blocked. You can see, we can see YouTube being blocked. We can see this being blocked. So now the application control is actually working because we can see the logs. From the logs here, we are seeing all the applications we've restricted, being blocked from, the logs we are trying to analyze. And you can see the time they are being blocked as well. So this is very important. This is how implement application control. And because these are profile-based, is a profile-based policy, you can define, your profile as well for another set of people or another users or another network. So, and apply it to that. So you can have like more than, one profile for different policies, firewall security policies. And with this, you have visibility, you have control, and you can always go to dashboard and go to FortiView applications, and you can see what's happening based on application category. So coming to this place, you would see you're trying to check what we have in application. So if in the past 5 minutes, so here would see YouTube. Let's double click YouTube and we can see traffic going from site to the YouTube sessions. What happened in this place? You can view session logs and see the activities for YouTube all being blocked. So thank you for watching. If this actually helps, give it a thumbs up, subscribe,